So let's just look around the NFL real quick.
Yep.
I want to do a little bit more of that in
Okay.
the show and not take too long. But like we talked about, Jimmy Garoppolo's foot does not need surgery. They are going with Mr. Irrelevant at this point. Uh, the one thing though that stood out there, a story. There's two stories that are probably dominating the headlines. The most important, probably related to the Carolina Panthers, or at least in some way, not directly related to the Titans. Fired their general manager, John Robinson, after 7 years. Now, Scott Fitterer is not oh, NFL Network, then the NFL website. Once you click on anything, it automatically plays a video, and the audio is always on. Why can't they mute the audio? Um, I just heard him on you. But they fired their general manager, John Robinson, after 7 seasons. The thing is like, I know this isn't directly related to the Panthers, but Scott Fitterer potentially, man, I guess if you see this guy getting fired, at what point do we think that Scott Fitterer's job is safe just by not hearing his name yet? What date does he probably have to survive to? Would that be if you're going to fire Scott Fitter, you probably need to do it now if teams are doing that, right?
To be honest with you, man, I'm not in the camp of firing Fitterer because as much
I'm
trash as
not calling for his fire. I'm just saying is like at what weight does he feel better about like this news right here goes like anybody that's a GM and got there and is worried about their job hears this and they're like, oh shit, I hope I ain't getting that call next.
I
But
don't
at
think
some point that Scott Fitter's going to feel better if he maintains his job till say January or
I get that. I don't know. I just feel like he's in a position where I think he's probably pretty comfortable with his job. I don't feel like think he feels he's on the hot seat. I mean, we've been in some weird positions, but all in all, the team has gotten better, built young and stronger, and we have draft picks back. So I mean, we've been kind of in a roller coaster ride with quarterbacks and signings and everything else, but in the end, we have a good defense. We fixed the offensive line. We're a few players away from possibly being a legit team. Hell, we might win the division this year. Shit.
yeah, it's
I mean,
insane. Insane. The other news item that stuck out to me was Robert Quinn is getting his knee scoped for the Eagles, sadly, and placed on injured reserve, and they had just traded for him this season.
hmm,
So some news around the NFL.
yeah.
That's about all
Al-
I got to talk. Oh,
Also, the general manager for the Titans being
we already talked
fired.
about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, damn, my bad, man.
you were doing something.
Hmm.
I
Doing
was.
something.
Oh,
Yeah, actually,
Awfully
no.
neat.
Why don't you tell us something about it other than what I was just trying to say is that
yeah.
that would there's some sort of relationship between well, I would just say is like if Scott Fitter makes it to say January, like at some point he has to feel better about his job. Not better, but like safe. There's like it's
Yeah.
gonna be too late to fire. So I would say this is the first head that falls in the GM block. If he makes it to say Christmas, he's probably safe. Probably a little late in the game to go try to get a GM. Like you
Well,
should be trying to get that GM right now, right?
uh,
Or
to
you gotta wait
to
to interview people
What does
after
it
the season's
benefit?
over.
What does it benefit
uh,
to get rid of him now? Huh?
well,
Sorry.
so I would say this.
Just a fresh
One of
start.
no one of the biggest catalysts that caused it was they traded away Brown.
Yeah.
Uh, what's the receiver's name that's playing for Philly now?
AJ Brown.
AJ
Yeah,
Brown.
AJ Brown, who's been really good for the Tennessee Titans, and
And he
No,
then
wanted to
for
be
the
there.
Eagles.
Yeah.
right, no, but I'm saying he
Oh,
was
he
good for
was
the
good for yeah.
Tennessee Titans,
And he
and
wanted to be
then
there.
the general manager traded him away. Now there's rumors Mike Vrabel never wanted to trade away AJ Brown. And Pat McAfee made a good point this morning. It's like, oh yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're building, they want to win right now. Well, isn't that the same truth
For
for the Tennessee Titans? And you're
They
going
won
to
the
trade
AFC
away one of
title
your
game
best
2 years
players?
ago.
Right. And then the
Yeah.
catalyst was Philadelphia that just played Tennessee. and
destroyed them.
Yeah, but
AJ should have had
AJ
3 touchdowns.
AJ
Yeah.
Brown also had an incredible performance too.
Well, I heard on the radio today that Vrabel actually said a month before they traded AJ Brown that there was no way while he was the head coach that AJ Brown was going anywhere, and then a month later he got traded. So maybe there was some turmoil between the head coach and GM there.
I don't doubt it. I agree. I think that they were 100% in win now mode, and I think that they just I don't know. There must have been something with regard to him and the general manager or something that got them off to a bit shaky start or something because. Or to
well, they've been there. He's been there for 7 years. Oh yeah, man, like Vrabel's been there now for a while.
Yeah,
right.
Everybody loves Vrabel.
I can't remember who the last head coach was.
The dude Jeff Fisher. I think.
Was it Fisher? Was he the last?
Well, they had
a young guy, didn't they?
Mike Mularkey.
Oh no! So they've had two. Somebody even before him, because he was the guy that got fired. Somebody got fired, and Mike Mularkey took over as an interim, and maybe have kept that job.
But remember, one of them they made the playoffs, and he was still fired. And I think that's when they brought in Mike Vrabel.
Maybe
it was Mularkey they fired.
It definitely
Mike Vrabel. Hey, what's the name of the coach for the Lions? Dan Campbell. You know, everybody loves that guy. Oh, he's a player's coach. He's a tough badass. Everybody wants to play for him. Dude, Mike Vrabel is who everyone thinks Dan Campbell is. Mike Vrabel actually is the man. Used to play. He's an actual good coach, and everybody loves to play for him.
It's cool to see actual players that I remember playing that are coaching now and being successful. Like I'm at that age where I see players that I remember. Hey, I remember watching him.
Vrabel played us in that first Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm. Believe so.
Yeah, he was with the Pats. Damn. Do you got anything else, Tony?
Lamar Jackson injury.
Oh yeah, he hurt his PCL, right?
Yeah.
They said days to weeks, which is very broad.
Love that.
That's basically like saying, well, when he gets healthy, he'll come back.
I don't got anything else other than that. I mean, I want to talk football. I'm fine. Look, we have the opportunity to ice some fools up and get out of here at a reasonable time. Sadly, I just want to stay up till 2:00 in the morning and hang out with you guys. All right, let's ice some fools up.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
It's the longest running segment on the longest running podcast. It's the Ice Up segment. It's our homage to Steve Smith as we tell someone to ice up, toughen up to get it together. Everybody's fair game from myself. I like to ice myself up. I'll even ice up my family. And I'll even ice up kids in Oklahoma that I ain't ever met. Take that. I've done it before. Real kid. Iced them up on this podcast. Never met them. It's our homage to tell it. Everything's fair game. What do you guys got for me tonight?
You know, speaking of icing up kids, mine is short and sweet. And dude, some kids are the devil. They're just the devil, man. And they want to see you fail at everything you do. And they want to see you miserable. Especially this little shit on the top balcony.
This little shit. And then just walks away.
Dude, so apparently they're trying to like transfer
move it down.
TV.
Look at this TV. Look at this staircase they got. They got this stupid circular staircase
it looks cool though.
It does, but we got to move this fucking TV down here. What is this guy doing? Balancing the TV on the smallest railing in the history of the world. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a lot wrong with this. So it's balancing it on the rail. The guy's going down, and you see him. The kid comes up and like either punches him or
nut checks him. Cup checks him. Cup checks him. It's called cup check.
And the dude just
Jimmy that.
Bang.
Dude, I think there was the sticker. Was the sticker on the TV still?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Is this staged?
No, this is real, man. I think it's real.
No, do you think this? Look, why is the sticker still on the TV?
It's probably brand new. They probably just brought it from the store. They were probably walking inside. Although I will say,
But
that
then
is
he's
like
walking
a
it up, not walking it down.
No, I don't understand. Well, that part maybe. I don't know why they would be. Yeah, they're walking it down. That makes no sense to me. Why does it have the stickers on it and they're walking it out?
that is good.
See, look, the
I
guy's
solved an
asking-
internet mystery. Aha!
Oh,
See, the guy on the spiral
Insurance
staircase is
fraud.
asking for him
And
to hand it to me.
why would you
But,
hand it
what
to
are
him
you gonna
over the
do?
opening
Say
like that
hand
anyway?
it?
They
He
all should
does.
be
Yeah, but how
They're
is
all
he
idiots.
supposed to hand it to him?
Look at
Yeah,
this.
they're
Like,
all
hand it to me. Like,
And the
this
thing is, too,
all
that's-
looks dumb.
With nowadays with a TV like that, that's a 65-inch TV probably. That's probably 40 pounds. That TV, like anybody should be able to lift that up by themselves. And that's pretty simple.
No, look at that thing is big, bro.
I know, that's what I'm saying, dude. Have you seen new
You can't
TVs? They're
just
ridiculous.
lift that up and say hand it to me. Like you can pass it like a business card.
No, he should have done that. You're right, but I mean,
I mean, both of you would have to be carrying this, and you would be walking it together down
they
the
should.
steps.
They should have been. Yeah, they deserve what they got.
Look at this
Dumb.
guy. Look, he had a cloth there. Look, he got this cloth.
Make sure it lands on the tricycle. so it
I
breaks
think
the
this
screen.
video is fake.
Could be.
But look at
And we just played it like 36 times on this show. So success.
More than that at this point.
Yeah.
All right, tell him to ice up your little evil kids.
Yeah, I'm icing up evil kids that randomly come up and punch you in the dick. Ice up.
I'm
It's a
icing
good
up
ice.
fake videos.
It's a good ice.
Who else has got one?
I'll go real quick, knock mine out. So I listen to Woody Wilcox. This is my everyday show. I love the show, and the stuff they share on the show is pretty funny. But I got hang on, let me get everything ready here. So I'm going to show you the video, and then I'll explain the ice up after this. So let's see, share system audio. So this is a little girl who is waiting for the bus outside.
Oh, I saw this.
So
This is
now I have
insane.
2 daughters, and if you have daughters, this may be like make your heart drop. This noise it does for me, it sends chills down my spine. It makes me want to go punch somebody, like not like the kid, like it sounds like they're getting hurt, but just watch what happens to it.
They don't know if it was rabid, but it sure was aggressive. A
It's just a
raccoon had to be
raccoon.
pulled off Riley McNamara's leg.
But watch the mother.
Her mom, Logan, rushed outside.
Picks the kid up
and
on one
grabbed the
side and
animal.
picks up the raccoon by the nape on the other side. Look at this.
The
That's in
chaotic
mom mode
scene
right
unfolded
there.
Friday morning, just east of Hartford.
Like,
I
first
was
of all,
going out to
that's
get on the
amazing.
bus.
From the mom. But what I'm icing up is not that, because that was absolutely amazing. I'm icing up the people who called in to comment on this and talked about how terrible, because the video goes on later and the mom ends up taking the raccoon and chucking it. This is a raccoon out during the day, y'all. It's got rabies. Just don't even question it. It's got rabies. It's out during the day. Okay. But the people are calling and talking about how the mom should have contained the raccoon and taken it to the doctor so that way it could have been checked for rabies and this and that. You know what, man? The
How
people that are calling in and saying that
Don't
stuff.
they have to cut
haven't-
their heads off to check for rabies anyway, or examine their brains or something?
I don't even know, man. Like, but
I
it's
think
so
they would
stupid.
just kill it at the damn office.
Yeah. Well, who in that moment would think to do that, though? Seriously. The only thing I'm thinking is save my kid and make sure nobody else around is getting hurt, because this thing's out during the day. It's got rabies, period. I'm not taking a chance. And guess what? Even if it didn't, it's not going to hurt you to get a rabies shot. Well, actually, they do hurt a little bit.
Well, what'd she do with
But-
the thing afterwards?
She just chucked it across the yard.
Oh,
She
yeah.
gave it a pretty good
Man,
toss.
like,
But-
what, you supposed to hold on to it until the police get there?
right.
She already grabbed it by the back of the neck, man. She took a big risk.
So the thing is, though, is like the funny part about this is I have like this almost exact same thing happened to me, and I have it on a nature cam of what I did in this situation. Because you always ask yourself what you do in the situation if that happened, But I actually have like a nature cam of this almost happening to me and what I did. So y'all want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
There you go. That's what I did. That's what I did to the raccoon. That's what I would have done to the raccoon, or felt like I would have done. So just to
Nice.
the people who are calling in and talking shit to this woman, like that took a lot of guts. And like I said, when you got a kid, man, you kick into parent mode when that kind of stuff happens. That sound right there makes me want to get up and try to save somebody. So for the people who are calling in that I'm sure don't have kids and have never been in a situation like that, ice up.
CK, you got one for us tonight?
Man, I don't.
Good gosh. He's like the least ice up person ever. I'm icing you. No, what was it? Who was it before? Ice up Cody for fake videos.
You don't know
Cody's
that.
manufacturing his ice up picks. He's like, "All right, guys, this is
I'm
gonna be
gonna
good."
ice up. So if you guys are from North Carolina, and you're probably, if you know where Roanoke Rapids, it's like the Northern Virginia side, North Carolina. I'm icing up Cedric Carter in Roanoke Rapids. He asked the police to help him unlock his car. He locked his keys in his car, and then they arrested him for cocaine, crack cocaine, and marijuana. So Cedric Carter locked his keys in his car, then asked the police to help him get the keys out, which they will do a lot of times. I mean, protect and serve. They open his car up, they smell weed, they search the car, he gets busted for crack, cocaine, and marijuana. Cedric Carter, ice up, son.
Yeah.
Ice up. That's mine from this one. I saw that today. It made me chuckle.
Ice up.
That's it. That's the C3 Panthers podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Every Tuesday night, we chop up the latest Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. We do it with the best fans on YouTube's. Check us out on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher. Support the podcast in all in those ways just by sharing it, liking it, being a friend of the show. Cody Lack, we are heading into the back end of the season, man. So gotta muster up some wins for the Carolina Panthers, and we'll be back here when?
We'll be back here
Friday?
every Friday at 7 p.m. for the Friday Free for All, the show for the fans, by the fans, where you can come on the show and cut up with us, man. Talk Panther football, just chill, have a good time, hang out, talk about the matchups. We'll be talking about Baker Mayfield, of course. We're going to be having a bunch of great conversations, so be a part of that show. Come and join us. And then, yeah, that's it for me, man. Follow me on Twitter at Cody Lack, CODYLAC. And that's all for your boy.
A man said he might misunderstand ice up. He's gonna have some crystal meth on him, I guess. This dude, Cedric Carter. CK, how can they
Yes,
get
sir.
after you?
You can find me on most social media platforms at Codizzle_Allen. On Twitter is the main location you'll find me posting. But also here Saturday night, we're going to be going back to the Madden simulation. We're going to have Madden simulate what they believe the Panthers' success is going to be in the upcoming matchup. And it's hit or miss. It's not always on point. We were on a good hot streak there for a while. Now we're kind of not. So just come check that out Saturday night at around 9:30 p.m. on this channel.
Greg, what are you guys talking about this week?
Man, last week we started talking about Willow and Game of Thrones and all kinds of good stuff and some finales. Those shows are over, so I don't have a lot to talk about this week. But I actually lost power about midway through the show last week, and I wasn't able to talk Game of Thrones. So we actually pushed that to this week. So I think Cody and Kevin are going to come join us this week, and I'll have the entire series watched by then. So we're doing a big Game of Thrones show this weekend, and then I guess Willow and some news is about the only other thing we're talking about. So come check us out, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. It's Geeks Chasing Squirrels Across the Multiverse.
Fantastic stuff. My name's Tony Dunn. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at @cat_chronicles. Cody Lack, let's get out of here. We'll be back before you know it.
Until next time, C3 Panther Nation, you already know what we're about to do. Keep pounding.